What's up, my friends? Actual son of Luke Skywalker here, and I'm back at you guys today with yet another trailer prediction. Now, what I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is a little film called Dunkirk, and, you know, truth be told, I wasn't planning on doing this trailer prediction, but you know what? When I was in the movie theater actually seeing Wonder Woman again, I believe, I was in a different theater, and they were showing different previews, and Dunkirk came on. And at first I thought, and I was like, oh, this is just a regular war movie, and then I'm like, oh, Tom Hardy? Oh, Christopher Nolan? I mean, we're talking about the guy who made The Dark Knight, we're talking about Inception, we're talking about Interstellar, which are all just amazing movies. I mean, supreme movies. Very, very well done. I mean, Christopher Nolan is an amazing filmmaker, no doubt. Now, I was just looking into it a little bit, and apparently this is a true story about when Germany started to move into France in 1940 and trapped some Allied soldiers on the beach. And this movie is about their slow and methodical extraction from the beach. And listen, guys, the reason I'm excited for this movie, and yet another reason why I wanted to sit down and do this trailer prediction, is because Christopher Nolan directing a war movie seems like it would be something that's just very, very interesting. Because we haven't seen too much of this from him in the past. You know, Christopher Nolan does, you know, like Batman and like sci-fi stuff, based stuff like that, but we haven't seen really any war movies from Christopher Nolan. So now I have all of these questions floating around up in my head. You know, like, what is a director like that going to do with a movie like this? And from what I can see from the trailer, it looks like he's got a grip on this film. And why I think that this is going to be such a fantastic film is not only because it's a true war story, right? We always love these true war stories. And not only is it going to be a visceral war story, but it's because Christopher Nolan has this grasp on the fantasy world. He has this kind of dreamlike quality to his movies. I know, obviously, you know, Inception, you know, he has this very kind of, he has this way of storytelling that makes it feel like it's a historical document almost. I mean, even when you're watching something like, you know, The Dark Knight, right? It makes you feel like the characters are real. Like if it was filmed in a different way, in just a slightly different way, it would become like a documentary of like real characters. And this is the reason why I think Christopher Nolan is coming on to do this film. I'm also very, very excited to see Tom Hardy. Obviously, one of my favorite movies of all time is Mad Max Fury Road. I should say, one of my recent favorite movies of all time is Mad Max Fury Road. I absolutely loved Tom Hardy in that performance. I really love Tom Hardy in anything. He pretty much nails any performance that you put him in. You know, Tom Hardy is one of these actors that is going to be the next great thing, if he's not already the next great thing. And here in this movie, looks like he's a pilot, looks like he's doing some dogfighting, looks like he's doing some bombing routes on some ships, and I mean, and that's another thing, looks like we're going to get to see some great war death in this movie. Again, Christopher Nolan, a very character-driven director, which means that we're going to get a lot of really haunting war deaths in this movie. Really, really looking excited. Yeah, I'm looking excited, obviously, but I'm also looking forward to it. So guys, as for my overall score on this episode of Trailer Predictions for Dunkirk, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a BAM! 85%. 85%, guys. Yeah, you know, I have a lot of faith in Christopher Nolan as a director. I just do. 85% is where I'm going to go with this. I mean, this film really looks fantastic. I don't think it's going to be perfect. I don't think it's going to be, you know, like a flawless film. Because, you know, Christopher Nolan he tends to have that kind of, that problem, this reoccurring problem, I should say, in his films, where he doesn't quite know how to end them sometimes, and he doesn't know quite what to do with certain situations, but it's not enough to really take away from the movie. It's not enough to just put a damper on the movie to where everything is just, terrible and nothing works, and even if that one thing is bothering you, then the entire movie doesn't work. Because Christopher Nolan's direction just shines in everything he does, his storytelling, his vision for the directing. So yeah, guys, 85%. I think he's going to come close to knocking it out of the park. I think that this war film might end up being a new classic war film for our modern generation. So guys, now it's time for all of you to leave your trailer prediction scores down below in the Great White Void. Let me know what you guys think about Dunkirk. Are you guys looking forward to this movie? Are you not looking forward to this movie? Is Christopher Nolan also one of your favorite directors, and why? Leave all of your thoughts down below in the Great White Void, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Trailer Predictions. And until the next time we meet, I wonder what this guy's doing.